Okay, welcome everybody to the Divine Healing Channel. All my readings are timeless, so whenever you find it, it's the right time for you. And with that, I'm just going to begin. So this reading, they're talking about that this is for someone that is in search of knowledge all the time. Like you're always trying to find stuff. So whether it's through books or firsthand experiences, that is, and from other people or from other people's experiences or their opinions even. This they said will aid you into having wisdom and spiritual awareness. You always want the hidden. You're always looking for the truth, even if it's hidden. You're always looking for it. You're also looking for sacred types of knowledge of all kinds, and you allow others to just be. You're the type that your motto is basically live and let live. You do not pass judgment on to others, and you would actually want that same courtesy. However, although, you're aware that others do not share your insights in that matter, you might or might not be aware that you have built a bridge between you and your inner self and your outer self. Basically that's an investment into oneself that brings an inner growth, even if you're not aware of it. Ouch. You are in a constant state of evolving. Yeah, that evolving, like you're constantly changing. And that has to do with all that thirst of knowledge that you have, constantly looking for information and ways to self-improve. And you're not just looking for knowledge about yourself, but you're looking for the knowledge of everything in your environment, which includes like the universe, divine beings, or beliefs, or like of any kind, really. And then you take in all the information, and then you sit with it for a little bit, and then you discern and decide what is the truth in that information that you're taking in. So maybe there's some information that you're taking in and you don't believe all of it, but you do believe some of it. And maybe you leave some of it, like you just keep it in your back pocket basically until you have like some kind of proof or other information that can lead to the hidden truth basically. You feel they mentioned that you feel misunderstood a lot, and this is due to your spirit and your soul always expanding with all that knowledge, of course. This causes you to stress out when this happens, and your guides are advising you to take a step back and recharge your soul before moving forward with learning anything new. They were talking about it's brings some kind of recalibration or something when you do that. And that self-care, it's really important for you, but you struggle with finding that time to have that self-care. But this is something that you really need to do for yourself. And with that, I'm going to begin the reading. And my cat's trying to creak in the door here. Come on. Yeah, come on. I just close that. Okay, so if you're new to my channel, welcome in, and anyone that is coming back, you know how we do it. So for everyone that's new, I'm going to pull a card here and put it aside. They asked me to bring out a book tonight too, so I will read a passage out of the book, whatever they have me flip through. I don't know what that's going to be, and this card I will set it aside and read it at the very end, and it'll have everything to do with the reading. They do this quite a bit actually. Now, I didn't mention this, but they are pointing it out to me right now, that this little heart here, these charms, this little heart is standing up. They told me to mention that you're a very heartfelt person, and that you rule your life through your heart. You use your heart to make all your decisions. So you're a very caring type being, is what I heard. So, okay, Spirit, what do you want here? Cards are really sticking tonight. I don't know what's going on here. I'm not sure what they're, you want this one? Yeah, I heard no. Okay. I don't know why they wanted me to do it so late. This one, number 39. I don't remember what that card is for some reason, I think. Well, they asked me to put my little owl up here too, so I think it's because you're somebody that's constantly looking for information, and, you know, it's about the whole wisdom thing. So you're somebody that's very wise, and you could be of any age. I don't know what age or what that has to do with this reading, but wisdom doesn't always come with age either. You know, I know people that are just in their early 20s even, and having conversations with them. Iguanas on the bottom. I spend time alone with my thoughts and creative power. Just like I said earlier, how you take the time after reading all this information or studying or whatever it is that you're doing, and you think it all over and you're spending time with your thoughts. Yeah, I know people that are young and they just have wisdom of like a 40 or 45, sometimes 60-year-old person. So you could be any age with wisdom. It depends on how much knowledge that you want to fill your time with. Jeez, these cards are like a mess here. What's going on? All right, Spirit, we're ready when you are. This one. Guidance of the bat. I allow the old ways of being to fall away as I embrace my higher calling. Yeah, and it talked about spiritual, I've been cutting it on the Jaguar all day. Is there another one here? I just feel like they want to bring in another card. Yeah, because I did bring up about your spiritual growth. So maybe you're like looking for guidance, or maybe you're going to be coming across all this knowledge, which is going to maybe bring out. I'm not really sure what they're saying here. Spirit, do you have another one here? They said no. Ox at the bottom. I am grounded in the here and now. Yeah, I think you're always staying in the present. Look, I split it on Jaguar yet again. The cats have been very prominent lately. And these penguins, I don't know what's with these penguins. Okay. What else, Spirit? Sorry, pretty cat. Okay, they want me to put this up here. They want me to read this later as well, I guess. So we're going to do that. Whoops. I'm going to do that. This here. Let me pull out some of these. I don't know, it's a weird combination of cards. I don't know what's going on here. Awakening, look at that. Energetic upgrades, a new way of being, integration. And I just said that just not long ago, that you're, that it could be with all this knowledge, it's bringing you, yeah, Spirit. Starseed, what lights you up. And soul family. Yeah, some whales, look at that, and the dolphins. Call in your tribe. You don't have to do it alone. You know, the other thing too is these bats use, they use sonar. So with the sonar, they're using, it's like their inner GPS system. And that's what the awakening will bring if you're using your intuition. Yeah, it's transformation even. Yeah, your guidance is divinely guided. Yep. You know, where are you being called to journey to? Okay, so the transformation says things are changing at a cellular level. Deep healing. There's some kind of deep healing that's going on too. All right, let's find out what's going on. I'm just going to set these aside here. In this one, the bottom's independence. Yeah, you could be a very independent type person too. Togetherness. Togetherness is, you know, making sure that you're not being coerced or forced into anything. Energetic upgrades. Yeah, you know, you could even be just going somewhere and you'd be getting some kind of activation and you're not even, you wouldn't even be aware of it, right? Oh, and your dreams too. That could be happening in your dreams as well. Oh, I think you're being asked to have patience. Number 43. What's the number on that card? 39. Okay. And independence is back on the bottom. That goes here, doesn't it? So I think that's what they're saying here, because your soul family is up here. They're asking you to call in your soul family, that you don't have to be this independent individual. They also asked me to bring out the dragonflies, so I'm not really sure if dragonflies are something that you connect with. But there's a lot of winged creatures here. You have birds here. You have not dragonflies. You have, this is like completely coated in butterflies. Yeah. Yeah. You know, they have butterflies all over them too. Okay. You know, this is, I think this is where you're sitting back and you're viewing the world. You're examining all the information. You see how she's sitting on this ledge and the world is all underneath? Though, like, you know, they say, you know, your head is in the clouds, but I don't think your head is in the clouds. I think you're a really deep thinker. And I think you're just thinking about all the things, all the information that you've been taking in. And you're just examining the world at this time. And with that, it's bringing some kind of awakening, because I think that information is activating your DNA, is what I just heard. Okay. Is there anything else in here, Spirit? They just split the deck here to be on what? Solace. Yeah, that's you. That's that reflection that you're doing. See, she's alone, but then they're saying here, you don't have to be alone. Yeah, I think you're impatient, though. I think you're being impatient about your awakening process, but, you know, that takes time. Like you know, like the DNA upgrading, that's just a little at a time, because they wouldn't be able to do a whole pile at once, because you would probably become very ill and wouldn't be able to, you know what I mean? Like process it all. Like your body just wouldn't be able to cope. Okay, let's see. Is there anything else in here? Low dependency came back on the bottom again. Which is weird, because you have independent over here. I don't know what that's about. I'm going to leave it aside, because sometimes that has something to do with the reading. I'm just going to leave it like this. Dependency. But I don't know what that dependency means, because you have like independent over here. Maybe they want you to be dependent on other people, like not to be so, because here they have like call in your tribe. You don't have to do it alone, because you know, you're so independent. But you know, this, you know, she's alone and she's alone and this one's alone. Well, actually she's not. No, oh, these ones down here are not alone. There's one here and one here, and then there's her, but then there's one here sitting in the background, right? In the dreams. Like, this is your body in a dream state, but you're astral planing and living a whole other life while you're sleeping. And then you have like the independence here, and there's like two people down here. So you do depend on somebody here. Maybe that's what the dependency is. Okay, so what do you want, Spirit? They want me to read this back card. I allow the old ways of being to fall away as I embrace my higher calling. I don't know what's going on here. It's a rebirth, an initiation, an ascension. Oh, okay, so you're doing some kind of ascension right now. Like, that's why the awakening card's out here. Maybe you weren't being patient, but I guess you don't have to be patient anymore because from what they're saying here. So let's get on to this. When the bat comes to you, it's time to change in a profound and positive way. The bat signifies the death of some part of you that no longer serves your higher calling. The bat initiates you into spiritual awakening and prepares you for the next level of consciousness and awareness. Perhaps you have been resisting this transformation, or maybe you are taking steps forward but are worried about the outcome. Yeah, the patience there, Lo. Through this radical time of rebirth, the bat provides you with confidence and the inner strength from the knowledge. Look, and that's all that knowledge they were talking about when I started the reading, and I was talking about that all is unfolding for your highest good and the highest good of all involved. Bat symbolism comes to you to support your spiritual growth, inviting you to understand the path of ascension. Spirituality has no single set of dogmas. This may be a sign that you're holding on. Oh my gosh. The dependency, look. That's why they kept bringing out the dependency card. Oh, goodness. Okay, so I'm just going to set that there. Okay, it's number 11 too. Okay, what are we saying? Okay, saying here, spiritual has no single set of dogs. This may be a sign that you're holding on to one too closely. Expand your consciousness by looking at other facets of spirituality. The bat is asking you to pay attention to your intuitive instincts as they are on high alert right now, rippling out from you, not unlike how the bat uses sonar abilities for echolocation. Open yourself up to a new worldly perspectives and lean on your guides of Gaia's medicine for support in these experiences and vibrations. And they're saying that to bring alignment, listen to your body and give it what it needs. Do you need rest? Do you need a gentle nature walk? Honor your body's call to a higher vibration. And that's why I was saying, like, they cannot wake you up like in this big massive way, like when the whale's like breaching, as if they can't do it that way, because your body isn't going to be able to handle it, and you could become very ill because of it. So they have to do it in small little, but there's something here that they're talking about, that you have some kind of dependency. And even though this card independent come out, I think that you might have you might perceive, like, have yourself perceived by the world in that way. But down here you can see that this woman is actually clinging on to this person. Oh, it's more than one. And it's a female clinging on to a man. And then you have another one here where the woman is grabbing the man while he's trying to run away. She's holding on. Oh, I see the symbolism in this now. But really, they're saying that it's a dependency. It's not an equal give and take relationship here. You're latching on to something or someone. Oh my goodness. And all those crosses too. Is that humans? Hold on, I gotta look this up here. I gotta look at this. Yeah, you know, all these crosses as well. And I think that they're saying that you're even holding on to people that might have passed even. I mean, that's not for everyone, but okay, so the dependency and the independence is, I think this is like a mask that you're wearing for the world, and we all do that. We all wear a mask. We don't show everybody how we are, because like how we truly are inside, because of that ridicule, you know what I mean? But they're saying here that you can call in your tribe. You don't have to do it alone. But you can't be in this dependent type energy either, because that's what the okay. So they want me to grab this self-love notebook, and then they want me to read that, and then I guess I'm going to call the reading, because it's going to be short, maybe because it's so late. Okay. Oh my goodness. It says, right path. My life's purpose is still unfolding, but I have faith that I am choosing the right path to my compelling future. There will be no stopping me. Right path. Wow. Okay. That's it. Oh, shoot. They just said I should have read the other one, and I didn't, but I do remember the page number, because I was going to say the page number, but I didn't. Oh, that's weird. Oh, I can't even open it. What'd they say? Oh, look, it says more than ready. I am a rare gift to this ravenous universe in persistent search of my purpose. See, that's all that knowledge you've been trying to gather. I have never been more ready than today to share my talents. More than ready. Look at that. So it says here that you're more than ready, and then you're on the right path. So there's like some kind of initiation, some kind of activation that's going on here. You're a starseed, though. Okay, I guess we're all starseeds in some sense. Is there anything else, your spirit, other than that one? Oh, okay, right. They wanted me to pull out one of these, I guess. The offering. The offering. Okay. Of course, I don't know what any of these cards are. Look, and the offering fell out. Guess you wanted it, huh? Offering. The shapeshifter, yeah, because you're shape-shifting. That's that transformation that they're talking about. You're transforming. And what's this? The fault line. The fault line. That could be the issue here with the fault line. Maybe that's this, I don't know, something to do with this crack. Okay, let's see here. What do you want for this dependency and independent? It's weird to have the two opposites together. I'm not really sure what maybe this card will clarify. The nectar. Oh my gosh, and I just finished saying how like these are the complete like independence and dependency. It's like the complete opposite. If you look at this card that came out, it's actually, if you look carefully at it, you know, you have the black, it's like split right down the middle, and you have all the white over here and all the black over here. Okay, they want me to look up very quickly these three, and what's on the bottom here. The Father. I have to use this to find the things, because it's microscopic. I really should get a bigger, the nectar. Okay, so that's 224, but I'm going to start with the offering here. Oh, offering is 236. Let's see where I am here. It's too far. That's the shapeshifter. Pretty sure the shapeshifter, though, that's the my God, what's going on here? Oh, Lord. Of course, it's late and I'm tired. Did I just read that number wrong? I think I read that number wrong, that page number. Oh, 236. I was looking at 136. Well, that explains a lot. I'm going to keep this shapeshifter one, though. Okay, so 236. Number here. The offering. Unlike many of the other cards in the deck, the offering carries a clear as day message and a call to action. As you may have guessed, it's time for something to be given and given up for the sake of the bigger picture. If nothing comes to mind immediately, though it's likely it will, take time in meditation to consider what must be offered and who is to receive it. It's likely you'll be attached. It's likely you'll feel attachment and hesitancy. You'll make excuses, but recognize the link between the word sacrifice and the word scared or scared. No, sacred, sorry. And the word sacred. Sacrifice and sacred. Okay. One leads to the other. When we offer up something to the greater good, we lighten our load and become more able to serve. Imagine for the moment if you were to offer your whole self unconditionally to the world. For now, start small. And that's probably this independence dependency thing. Maybe you have to give that up or something. Okay, the shapeshifter has a love of theater, games, and trickery. Its energy appears as one thing, only to reveal a more complex story below the surface. The shapeshifter is within all of us to some degree. It is a side of ourselves that is slippery, non-committal, and experimental, and longs to dismiss the rules. We need its energy to adapt to the ever-changing landscape of our existence. And that's what the thing that I read in the very beginning was, that you're constantly evolving with all this information. Wow. Okay. The shapeshifter card appears. Oh my gosh. It's important to imagine you are looking at life through a kaleidoscope rather than a single focused lens. At any moment, the scene may shift, revealing a more enchanted vision than you imagined. Be wary, though, as the allure of the kaleidoscope can leave you exhausted and yearning for solid ground. Like, look at that. Dancing long-term with the shapeshifter requires a central pillar of integrity that links us back to our center. Okay, so nectar. I can't remember what number that was. I think it was here. 224, right. Nectar, oh, there it is. Okay, so it's saying here, mythology, there is a miraculous substance known as amaret, or nectar, that contains infinite healing power. This golden nectar is, or sacred elixir, is the drink of immortality, and like its sister substance, soma, is known to activate subtle, intelligent forces that ease the mind, body, and spirit. Though esoteric, these images lead us to the central energy of this archetype, the sweet, potent, heavenly essence that lubricates our spirit back to life. The nectar card calls us to identify and relish in places, practices, people, and activities that regenerate and heal. Medicine is needed, and it comes in subtle form that you may be overlooking. Seek the most sensuous, fragrant flower in the garden you have forgotten. Don't underestimate its remedy. It is said when someone has activated this substance within, it is reflected in their shimmering eyes. Well, hopefully that means something to someone. 39. I'm going to read that, and then I'm closing the reading. Number 39. 39. Breaking patterns. Look. Okay, so I think this is what you need to do. Okay. As you approach new ways of being, old identities often crack apart. Look, and I had that crack, right? Oh, I should have kept that out. I knew I should have kept. I was really tempted to put that card there, and I should have. This is because those identities were too limiting. Oh, shoot. I really wish I put that card out now. Like set rules you had to play. I'm actually going to look that up. That crack. It was called was it called crack? See, this is why you should always go with that first instinct. See, I had that instinct to do it. And I got the book upside down. And I didn't do it. I'm going to see if I can find that. Just quickly, though. Okay. I think it was called crevice or something. I guess it wasn't. I can't see it here. I can't see anything for crack or crevice. And I kept saying I knew there was something to do with that, and I didn't go with my first instinct. Okay, whatever. It's past. Oops. That's what happens when you don't listen to your first instinct. Okay. Okay, here we go. This is because those two identities were too limiting. Like set roles you had to play rather than flexible means by which you could express yourself. Yeah, because you have to like put up a false face to the public basically, but this is really, the dependency is really underneath. These old roles kept genuine parts of your authentic self locked away as you cast aside false and unduly limited views of yourself. The once rejected or hidden can come out of hiding and begin to heal and integrate with the rest of you. Like I was talking about earlier, you are becoming more of the real you. Others may not always see it this way. Your change may trigger uncomfortable feelings for them if they were unwilling to change and grow. Your change will inspire those who are ready to evolve. You don't need to be held in place by another's opinion of you. Embrace all parts of yourself, so that you can settle peacefully into the knowledge of who you are and what you are here to do. Okay, Spirit, is that it? They said, yeah, that's it for tonight, which is good. Okay, so thank you very much for the message, Spirit. I'm sorry I didn't bring out that that card, because I'm sure that would have been, that would have made the reading just amazing. And that's why the card here on the bottom came up, transformation, because that's what's happening right now. You're going through a transformation. Things are changing at a cellular level, deep healing. Yeah, that's what that card talked about the DNA healing. Keepers of the earth, you are not alone. Ancient ancestors stand beside you. Seeing like she's just like looking over the whole earth, but you're not alone in this. Okay, Spirit, thank you very much for this beautiful reading, and for all the, so I'm going to close it. So all the collective out there, sending you love and light, and hope this video finds you well.